But in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers at Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Auburn's offense will go on the attack first. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Brown will throw it. Release to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bulldogs offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Ryan Puglisi. He's trying to bounce back from a 4-interception game in their last loss. They'll try the run. Creates a little room. Turning it on! And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. He might want another play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Dogs have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Maybe some room here. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Brown wants to pass. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the...
Makes the grab in their space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. There he goes. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
With the catch, it's Kane. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Off the play fake on 1st down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The moments, the big plays from rivalry games like this when etched in your memories, and here are some that I'm sure will bring back some warm and some heartbreaking memories. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They go right back to it. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him in the 3. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Phillips. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Georgia!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he tacks on the extra point. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there are some really good things happening. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score short, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Howie.
Give all the credit to the offensive line right there. Defense was playing a big zone coverage, and it's going to take these receivers time to find the open spot in the middle of the field. So the offensive line, especially the tackles on the outside, really good job giving the quarterback a place to step up into, hold the ball, and then find his open receiver to get a big first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and
Might have a chance. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Working that left side now. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He goes right back to the air. The short hands, it's Taylor. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He wants to change this route. Going to the ground. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. He's looking to throw. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Unloads to the right. Got a man. It's Kane. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And I absolutely love that play call, man. You got good field position right now. Take advantage of it. They're aggressive on the first play. Make a big play. This offense now set up in perfect position to get some points to capitalize on their great field position.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Unloads it left. It's caught. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Brown wants to pass. Unleashes it on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. Still running at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The run inside. It's Phillips. Got a little grass. 10. Touchdown, Bulldog. They take the lead here in the second half. That's his 3rd touchdown in the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for room. It's Cobb. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Auburn lines up quickly.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far,
turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Got a man. It's Kane. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they get him down. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Skips away from pressure. At the 35, he's open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
and I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. In the red area, it's Cobb. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete to Williams over the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Phillips. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Has it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Tigers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The run inside. It's Cobb. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Brown wants to pass. He's got him. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Cobb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Eccles. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The Tigers are back on top.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there is some really good things happening. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll run play-action. Complete. Shows him the stiff arm. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Brown wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand, this is the most important play.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Pulls it in. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Auburn lines up quickly. Brown will throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And they get a little closer here late in the game.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43.
Flag 18! Flag 18!
Right back to the well. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete on the left to Williams. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it. It's Phillips. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my thing.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's taking the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On fourth down, going to the air. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, said it, go for it. They trust the quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Back to pass on second down. Throwing right. He's got it. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Trying to get away. And he's wrestled to the ground. Auburn to the line in a hurry. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.